Thanks, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have Ronnie Pascal here and Constance Cooper, and we have other people that are scheduled to be here as well. Who may? Oh, here's Esther's already here. Oh wow, Esther is way overseas. This is exciting.
So exciting.
Yeah. And you know, no rules other than have fun and enjoy yourself and that kind of stuff. Hey Esther, can you see us? Or hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How are you?
Good. Good morning.
What time is it over by you?
It's 9.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Well, you're welcome to leave the video off for a while and check in with us later. We're just gonna hang out for a little while, you know.
Okay.
Esther, where are you?
It's gonna.
Taiwan.
Ooh,
Hey,
fancy.
hey. Wow.
Oh, Will Pura too?
Yeah. All right.
How long did you want us to do?
You can do like 5 to 8. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
But you're welcome to go now if you want, or you can hang out for a little while. Oh, Will's on the road.
The Will's on the bus.
Yeah. How's it going, Will?
Going okay. How about you?
Good, good.
Yeah.
I was just about to share joke premises. I didn't have anything that I wanted to try. But I do have one that says just how to freak out your guy friends. That's it. It was probably just a lot of like heavy petting, or you know what I mean? How to freak out your guy friends. I don't know.
How do you?
I did come up with the worst.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's all I wrote down.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I had a further idea, but I didn't write it down.
Well, what would freak them out was if you didn't go any farther, right?
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, well, I don't really want to freak them out. That's the part of the joke thing, I guess. You know?
I see.
I think that might be too freaky. I did write the worst dad joke. This is the worst dad joke. But it's so bad it's brilliant.
Okay.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
All right. This is my impression of Father Time. All right. Hey, we're making great time over here.
That's good.
It got a groan and then a very uncontrollable laugh and then applause.
This is very loud, except I turned the volume down.
Oh, I see.
I'm mentally giving you a standing ovation.
Oh, thanks. I mean to. If I ever tell that on stage, I think I'll also follow that up with a description of the fact that I don't try to write dad jokes, but sometimes they just happen. You know what I mean? I thought of the best way to make any situation better, or not so much as better, but just in realizing that at least nobody farted. It could have been worse because no matter what horrible thing you're going through, like it could also smell like farts there. So that's
you're very wise.
Well, yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that was an example.
Yeah. This is, I guess this is maybe the last one I'll do. And this is more of another wise statement as well, because it's not really a joke, but it's just a belief I have. It's that a lot more people would like me if they just give me a chance.
True.
I think that's just very true. For all of us.
That's very serious.
That'd be a good Facebook status.
It was a tweet. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
But
very serious.
Yeah.
A lot of people would like me if give me another.
Is it funny though?
I think it's funny.
No.
She said it with so much conviction.
It's sad. I'm gonna weep. I mean, it's weep. it's weep material.
Uh,
Do you do a weep show?
I've never done. No.
We're into weep.
Has anybody here done any shows that make people cry?
I told sad jokes yesterday and no one laughed.
You're
Uh,
there.
Yeah,
You've arrived.
I was like, yes, it's like a storytelling show.
Hmm. That's people. There's sad stories. Okay. Well, does anybody want to go first? Constance,
Yeah.
did you have jokes planned, or did you want to just hang out, or did you want to tell stories?
I have a couple of silly things that happened.
Okay.
If they're stories, they're because they formed like stories without my help.
Mm.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first thing was, we get packages delivered in the building, and we have this sexy system whereby they let us know by email that we've got a package. So I have a package. I had ordered a book by an English turn of the century writer
Mm-hmm.
whose name is his real name is H.H. Munro, but he published under the pseudonym Saki, Saki, and he wrote a whole bunch of parody stories about English society, which my husband had never read. So I wanted him to read them. Nice fat book, lovely fat hardcover book I ordered from Better World Books, which is one of the lovely sites. They send you, when you order a book on Better World Books, they send you a confirmation that gives you an idea how you can track the delivery. And then there follows a multi-paragraph email in the first person saying, "Hi, I'm your new book, and I'm very glad to be meeting you, and I'm going to be arriving in about a week, and please think about me," like that.
Ah.
Anyway, so I got that one, and then today, the building let me know that I had a package, except the building's message was, "You have a perishable delivery."
Mm-hmm.
Now, that is not my opinion of those stories.
Yeah.
I don't know how the post office judges whether the literature you're ordering by mail is perishable
Yeah.
or not. But what do you think? For example, suppose I had ordered Hemingway. I'm not crazy about Hemingway. So
Okay.
what do you think? Would you have a very perishable delivery? Your delivery is packed by the same company that's packing the Pfizer vaccine. We have contacted them and they have approved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, surely there are writers we can add to that. Norman Mailer. Let's pack him in ice and send him back.
Yeah.
Right? Because he doesn't belong in Better World.
This
People
is all
like
very
that.
highbrow stuff. Very highbrow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I suppose, but that's not why I don't.
Okay,
Anyway,
yeah.
you get the point.
Yeah.
But all this reminds me of time I was coming home from Paris, and somebody had given he'd given me a book of their dirty French farces by a writer named Feydeau.
Mm-hmm.
They turn up every now and then as movie scripts and TV scripts and so on, but the French do them religiously in the theater. Okay, so I have this book, Feydeau, in my purse, and I have a volume of I forget what in my sack, and I am stopped at security. By the way, if you're stopped at security, it's often because you have books in your stuff, and they block the sensors. So if you've bought like 4 books in the country you're visiting, you're going to get stopped. That no matter, you could have nothing else in there. They're going to open up and search. So they open me up, and I have to open up and search. And the guy picks up my book, and he says, "Oh, I said, well, this is Fedor, and it was a present from a friend, and everything. He said, I advise you to read Flaubert. This is security speaking. And I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh. I smiled brightly and I said, oh, that was wonderful. And then he asked me about Jack London. Had I ever heard of Jack London? He was very fond of Jack London, whom he read in French, of course. And then he wished me a good trip and I took off. So those are my book stories for today.
Oh, okay. Good. Does anybody have any further thoughts on the book stories?
I don't know who Flaubert is, but it's a really funny name.
Yeah. Oh,
He,
yeah.
he wrote, he was one of the most intensely accurate and slow writers of the 19th century. Flaubert is the writer who said, the way I write, I put in a comma in the morning and I take it out in the afternoon. If that helps you.
Sure. Ruminates.
Yeah.
A lot of thought. Well, Ronnie, do you want to tell some jokes?
Sure.
All right.
I'll tell some jokes. Are you guys ready for jokes?
Let's everybody get very excited. I'm going to spotlight you, and then here we go. All right.
Oh, it's like a real show now.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't before. Wow, that was so condescending of me.
I think I forgot to blow my picture up, though. I'll remember that next time. Anyway, go ahead.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Guys, my roommate's in the other room. He's also a comedian. He's recording a podcast right now. And so that we can't hear each other, he turned on a white noise machine. So if during my set you hear someone say, "Can I speak to the manager?" It's our very white noise machine. Guys, happy almost end of election season. It's almost over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, I think. A lot of my Twitter followers recently are like, now that Donald Trump won't be president anymore, how are you going to be funny? How are you going to be funny now? Guys, I'm not upset that he won't be president. Do you know what I am upset about?
What?
I'm upset that we didn't get President Kanye West 2020. Do you guys know that Kanye West got 60,000 votes for president of the United States?
Wow.
60,000. That means that 1 in 2,000 Americans voted for Kanye West. That means that 1 in 1,000 eligible voters in the United States of America voted for Kanye West. That means that we all have at least one Facebook friend who voted for Kanye. And we all know that it's Basement Steve. It's definitely Basement Steve. Without Googling it, Sean, do you know what Kanye West's political party is?
Oh, yeah, it's the birthday party. Is that right?
It is, in fact, the birthday party. Yeah. I feel like I'm giving a civics lesson when I tell that because no one knows that Kanye West is part of the birthday party. Kanye feels like the type of little kid who went to your birthday party just to let you know that someone else had a better party last week. And then he blows out your candles and runs out of the house. Guys, that was almost our president, but it also feels like it was our president for the last 4 years anyway, so... guys, a little about me. I am a New Yorker. I come from a little section of New York called Connecticut. A lot of times stand-up hosts are like, this next comedian is Ronnie from Brooklyn, and then this walks out and this starts talking. And I could see on their face that someone's thinking, hey, that ain't no Ronnie from Brooklyn. And then I have to be like, stop it, I'm talking here. It's probably the only time in my life I'll ever hear, yeah, but where you really from? I don't know if you guys know this, but the mainstream media keeps saying, New York is dead. New York is so dead. Have you guys heard this on the news?
Yeah.
New York is dead, right? Guys, I know New York isn't dead because last week, for the first time in 7 months, I saw a subway masturbator. I got so excited. I was like, the earth is healing. Guys, that's the New York I grew up in, the New York I love, the New York I moved to. I was just really upset because this guy missed a perfect joke opportunity. When he got off the train, he didn't stand up, look at all of us, and say, this is where I get off. I know it's like not funny to joke about subway masturbation, but it was very good to see Louis C.K. back to work.
Oh,
Oh, too soon. Poor Louis. Rest in peace, career. Let's see. Guys, make some noise if you are in therapy. Muted. You guys are all on the antidepressants. Whoever didn't make noise, I just assume you grew up with a loving mother. Guys, I was afraid to go to therapy at first because I thought that once my therapist fixed my brain, I wouldn't be funny anymore. And then I realized I wasn't funny because I tried so hard and never once made that dude laugh. Today we were having a Zoom session. It felt like this almost. And I was like, I'm so sad. And he said, how sad are you? My therapist thinks I'm a vaudeville comedian, guys. But in that moment, like my biggest fear went from dying alone to walking into a stand-up open mic, and my therapist is crushing using my dead mom jokes. So yeah, my mom died 15 years ago, and to like get over it, I started writing dead mom jokes because it was like my way of bonding with my mom because she had a dark sense of humor. Guys, I'm on the third step of grief. The first step is denial. The second is anger, and the third is writing roast jokes about your mom to impress your friends. My mom's birthday was last week, and to celebrate, my brother and I had a seance, and my mom Ouija'd back, new life, who dis? All right, I'll leave you on this. Guys, I like doing Zoom shows. I really do. I just hate when I tell the joke. There's that internet delay before you hear the laugh. I'm still waiting for laughs from last week's shows. That is my time. Thank you.
Ronnie Pascal, everybody. Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was such a great close for a Zoom show. That Zoom show joke. Good
It's
work.
a joke. It's a zoke.
Have you done any open mics or shows that were like virtually streaming from like other exotic locations?
I have done mics that took place in shows also. Los Angeles. That's kind of exotic. Hawaii. I did a Hawaiian show. I've done Phoenix. Guys, I've toured without leaving my living room.
It is the future, yeah.
Also, my face is behind me, so what's better than that?
Yeah. It would. You should see about getting that for real.
I know. Mates would love that.
Yeah.
I'd get one of me, one of you, one of Will, one of Constance.
Yeah. Constance, could Ronnie benefit from more book jokes, or what do you think?
Well, actually, I think he underestimates the uses of the past because we still have some of these characters with us, and we're well, let me confine this to myself, even though it might be true. There are all these people whose deaths we're hoping for.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like the stock market is when they get sicker, like Giuliani.
Mhm.
We watch that curve go up, and I think that might belong in your in your repertoire. And also, I was thinking that new chick on the Supreme Court.
Uh-huh.
Well, she's young,
Yes.
and in America, we say even now somebody who dies at 70. Well, they die young. They died young. So say between 30 and 70, that's dying young. Well, there must be, how many millions of Americans who die young like that. So why not her? Right? I mean, and we can watch, we can watch that graph.
Wow. Yeah.
Like on a daily or weekly basis, and keep our minds on the real thing.
I guarantee you, if she did pass away, I would hear about it very soon, because I should step away from the news more often. I'm checking the news too often these days still.
Me too. I feel like it's because we're home all the time now, right? It's like, what else to do? We either hate scroll the internet or we go on dating apps.
Yeah.
But that's not for you.
Right. Oh,
Do you,
Christine's here.
what about porn?
But that's only for a few minutes. Like, you got the rest of the day for the news.
Christine is here, and she might want to talk about porn as well. I don't know. We'll
Oh
see.
yeah. Oh good.
Will, you can go up next if you want, Will, after we check in with Christine.
But only do your porn jokes, Will.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hi.
I can only stay on for a few minutes. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
and I'm late, so sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Oh, Esther said that she'll talk about porn too.
Yes. Oh, excellent.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. She just woke up though. But how are you, Christine? Anything new to share with us? Any squirrel stories or anything?
Oh, my possum stories.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I have my possums, right?
yeah.
In fact, like I listen for them, right? And when I hear them out there, I go out there. So I have a big. Did I tell you about my possums already?
Not me.
Maybe.
Okay. So I have probably you, Sean. You hear
Yeah.
about all my animal stories.
Yeah.
So I have like possums are wonderful creatures because they are marsupials. They don't carry rabies. They eat like insects and rodents, like mice and stuff. And so they're great to have around. They're very cute. They're docile. They hiss if they're frightened. They play dead. They're wonderful creatures. So now I think I have 4 of them because I have 2 dog houses, a big dog house that I used to, have stray cats go in. So I have a big dog house and a little dog house. So every night I'm dishing out food for both dog houses. So now I think whoever shows up first goes and eats all the food in both of the dog houses. And then I feel really bad because then the other guys who come along, they don't get anything. So I don't know. I might have to go out there and throw out some bread or something. I make them really good meals like avocado. They eat avocado. They eat cat food. This is what I put in grapes. They love grapes or some kind of fruit like pears or berries. I give them whole grain bread. Yeah.
Did you do any food research, or you're just?
I did do a little research. I did,
Okay.
and actually, a lot of it's like trial and error. Like they don't like carrots. They don't like really like straight vegetables.
Oh.
So that's too bad, because I'm vegetarian. I got a lot of vegetables. So, but maybe the squirrels eat the stuff in the morning. They may eat the leftovers because the dishes are always empty. They eat the avocado pit too, which is not interesting. I mean,
Yes.
the possums, and they got these cute little pink noses. They're so cute. And there's a huge one, and then another one that's not as huge as that one, and then there's like a little one with a pink nose, and then a little scrawny one who's not as cute as the other guys. So
Do
I
do
love
you
my
pet
possum.
them?
No, but it's interesting. They're wild, right? So it's interesting because one night, as I said, I always like to go out my back door and I think I forgot to put. I was late, and this was a 6:30 feeder, so I forgot to put the dog food in the little dog house. So I went out there with my little flashlight, and no, I left the light on out there, and then I went out with my I didn't put the flashlight. I went out there and the little one that was like a medium size, but they are growing fat, from my food. So they go inside of the wheelbarrow. This one went inside the wheelbarrow. It was like tipped and it went inside the wheelbarrow. I was just sitting there like hanging out when I came out. And I always speak very sweetly to them when I go out there. So I spoke very, very sweetly. And I said, hello, how are you? Hi there, like to a baby, right? So then, and it was like looking at me and it wasn't running away. It wasn't hissing. It wasn't frightened because I think maybe it recognized my voice. So then, but then when I went and I was very close to it. I leaned to put the food in the doghouse. And when I pushed the plate in, then it got scared and scampered off. They don't really scamper very fast, but but then I know it was back. They're very sweet, but I think they only last like a year and a half or so.
Oh,
So,
that's quick.
I've had them. I've had huge ones. I've had huge ones in the past who have been out in the morning. They don't come out in the morning, you know. So this one was out on the morning, sitting on my deck, and was like looking at me, wasn't afraid, looking at me. I felt like it was saying thank you to me for feeding it for all those years, that it was alive. And then it just turned around and just quietly left. I think that one was going off to die. I don't know, you know, you have to use your instincts when it comes to animals.
Yeah.
They don't speak words, so they speak with your feelings, you know, and your, I don't know. I love talking about my possum. Those are my pillows and my squirrels. I could talk all day about.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're here after Will tells jokes, you can talk about your pillows a little bit. But we'll do jokes
yeah.
for Will and then Esther.
No, I got a big order tonight. That's why I was late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I got to get off and work on the order, but.
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Well, thanks for checking in, Christine.
Thank you.
Make pillows. I'll post
I
your
already put the plug in last time, and
Oh, yeah.
Jason actually liked my page. Are you here, Jason?
No.
No.
Here.
Too bad.
We'll tell him
Right.
for you.
All right, Will, are you ready for some jokes or anything?
Sure.
This is what it was last time you were here too, right? Isn't this? It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
What
Okay.
was it, last week? Or
I forget.
Was last week.
All right,
something?
give it up for Will, everybody.
I just want to start off by saying big shout out to Melanie Dalton.
Watching.
I'm pandering to the people in the Facebook comments.
Yeah,
You know her?
I do.
Oh, okay, because she said shout me out.
Oh, good.
I want to say shout out to Melanie Dalton. So, how about this pandemic, gang? Boo. Yeah, right. Boo. Right. You know what I don't like? I don't like these people who are like, hey, maybe this thing's a blessing in disguise. Like something like they figured out how to do something during this time. I don't think that's, you know, like, oh, yeah, you thought I was a global pandemic that killed hundreds of thousands of people, but Sharad, you are. I'm actually an online yoga degree. Like, I don't like these people who are like, hey, maybe this thing's a okay, so that's it. Ever have a conversation and you're like, you're overthinking it, you're just ruminating about it. Like, takes me 2 days to recover from like a 20-minute conversation. You know, like I keep thinking about it over and over again. I'll say, great seeing you. And I'm just picturing them on the phone. And like, he said he was great. What a dumb piece of dog shit. He said it was great seeing you. What a his voice cracked a little bit when he said great. What a loser. I hate him. But just remember that when you're having a conversation with somebody, they're thinking about themselves and how great they look compared to you. Let's see, what else? That's got the new material. Google Doc. I started taking care of a house plant, and it's already starting to grow to resent me. It is. It's drooping, and it's like, okay, all right, I know that's about me. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like having a lot of circular negative thoughts. Got to control it, but I gotta, I'm pretty good at reframing them into positive. So now it's a carousel of negative thoughts. It's fun. I spent my 20s hating myself. Now I'm 33, and I'm spending my 30s hating myself in my 20s. Like, I can't let go of that guy. So I got to work on, like, why did I say those things when I was 20? Jesus, I can't. And it's like somebody said, well, maybe you should make a list of like people you want to like apologize. It's like, okay, I'm trying to put myself on the other end of it. It's like, do I want a phone call from me, going like, hey, remember when I, stepped on your foot or something, because it goes down to that. It's like, why did I step on your foot? Why? All right. The world's in turmoil. I'm anxious about everything, but also I try to be cautiously optimistic that it might blow up. Maybe the world will just explode, and then we won't have to think about all these things. Or alternatively, maybe they develop AI a little sooner and they can exterminate us. You know, they taught AI how to write poetry, so now they know how to be artists. There's no need for us anymore. Who needs these people who are like, you know, it takes me 5 years to make a movie. I'm Quentin Tarantino. I only want to make 10 films. Robot Tarantino makes a film every year, and you don't have to hear any garbage out of his mouth. Like we don't need people anymore. Just get rid of them. Take me, AI. Take me. You know, like Christmas is coming up. Christmas is good, but my parents, like they kept me like in a repressed state of adolescence. They kept telling me about Santa even when I was too old for it. You know, I'd ask them a question. They'd be like, oh, well, maybe Santa will tell you for Christmas. I'm asking for my blood type. Stop fucking with me. Every night for me is Christmas Eve anyway, because I can't sleep and I think someone's breaking in. So it's, you know, thought I had a rum dum dinger coming up
Oh,
here.
you're doing good.
Oh, how much time do I have left?
Like 2 or 3, I think. I
Great.
forgot to hit it right when you started. Your guess is as good as mine.
I hate these music executives in the rock biopics. They're always stupid. Every music exec in a rock biopic gets it wrong. They're like, nobody's gonna buy Bohemian Rhapsody. It's 6 minutes long. Like that's an obstacle. You're James Brown. Nobody's gonna buy a live album at the Apollo. Or Ray Charles. No one's gonna buy a country west. They always name the best thing they did. They never. I wish once they'd get like, you know, one executive that knew what the fuck they were talking about. You know, like you're Art Garfunkel. Don't leave. I told that joke, and then somebody told me that they actually met Art Garfunkel and he was a dick, which makes me feel better because I keep thinking, like, what happened? What went wrong with this guy? Couldn't get anything after they split up? Anything? Like, he couldn't, like, you know, Tony Danza has a better singing career than Art Garfunkel. He sings every year at the Miss USA pageant. He, like, found a gig for himself. He, like, headlines Vegas. Art Garfunkel, what happened to him? He, you know, okay. I don't even know how okay. I'm looking at the comments too. Just check. Okay, but I think that's it. I think I'm good.
Oh, yay. All right. We'll prepare everybody.
Are you like driving?
No, I'm just in my car.
Oh, okay, good.
Good for seasonal depression to be around windows.
That has the best lighting too. You look very well lit.
How about this?
Yeah.
Boom, even more light.
Wow.
You sound angrier than you usually do. What's going on?
I sound angrier?
I mean, the jokes did.
Really?
Not in a bad way. I was laughing.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, man, it's like I don't know. It's like open season on my mental health, am I right? Has anyone, sometimes you got to ask if someone's done this meme already, but like duck season, rabbit season, have they done that with like seasonal depression, quarantine depression?
Oh.
That'd be funny.
That's
if I
fun.
knew anything about Photoshop or how to do that, I would be on it.
Yeah. Well, maybe somebody watching at home, I guess.
Just got to outsource it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outsource the memes.
Outsource the jokes.
Facebook page that gets 7 likes.
Esther, how are you feeling in the morning over there? Where you
I
are?
slept so little. It's so hard to sleep these days. It's just like weird stress. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Even though
stressful.
like life is normal here.
Yeah. No, yeah, you've been having a good few months. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, what are we, like 250 days now? No local cases?
Yeah.
Wow.
Doing it right.
I know, but all my Taiwanese friends are like, "Oh, people in America must now know about us because we're doing so well about Corona." I'm like, "Nah, bitch, nah." Like, they still can't fucking point us on the map. Don't worry.
Um, you have an appointment at the American Embassy. Am I sharing too much? Is
Wait,
that
how did you know that?
Huh? You told me.
I did? Oh my God.
Is that bad to share?
No,
Okay.
I told you? Really?
Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't know. You said I have to go to the American Embassy after this.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that was yesterday because I mixed up the time zones so
Oh,
easily.
okay. All right. How'd it go?
Oh my God, it was really scary. I mean, it's not scary, but they like confiscated my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, like you can't go in. I mean, it's called the American Institute of Taiwan. We don't really have an embassy because we're not a real country.
Right.
It's very Puerto Rico-ish. And what else? Oh, it's so weird to walk in there with like Donald Trump's picture right next to Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys have been looking at this for 4 years. Weird. It's weird because I don't walk into the embassy, but it's weird to see his photo in like a formal manner. Like, oh,
Yeah.
he is a real president.
Yeah. The weird
So
thing.
strange to see that. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, the weird thing I always thought about was over the last 4 years, because it was that like in grade school growing up, there were some classrooms that had every picture of an American.
Oh yeah.
And like,
It's really creepy. And
yeah.
like there's so they want me to do a show called How to Be Funny in Both English and Chinese.
Mhm.
And I have this one joke that brings up. So, okay, I have this one joke about selling virginity.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like, well, I did a little bit of research online. There was this French woman who sold her virginity for $2.8 million to pay for her family's bills.
Mhm.
Yeah, in Europe, they call her whore. In
Mhm.
Taiwan, good daughter. And whore.
Yeah.
In America, the first lady.
Ooh. I can
So,
spotlight you if you want to tell jokes now.
hold on, let me finish it. And then I was like, well, now that she has COVID, the CDC recommends washing hand with soap before grabbing pussy. And then, so I proposed that. They were like, can you do more political jokes? I'm like, well, that's sort of my line of political jokes. It was like, we're fine with the political, like where that's going politically. It's just we might have an issue with the word pussy because we can't
Huh.
put that on our website or our Facebook page. I'm like, yeah, but your president said it. So if he came here to American Institute of Taiwan and he says the word pussy, are you not going to put that on the website? And they're like, okay, that's fair. So, but it's weird because they want me to do clean material, but I can't say the word pussy. I don't know.
Right.
What do you think about that? Also, I have another voting joke. Basically, the story of like my sister tricking her husband into not voting because they vote different parties. So she so basically I'm saying like this is the power of the pussy, right? That's how she was able to get him to like not vote.
Right.
But like they were like, can you not say the word pussy? And I'm like, well, what do you think? Should I change it to like vagina? Or it's weird, like power of the vagina just doesn't roll.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So I might just have to scratch that joke.
I
But
feel like there might be other people listening that might have better opinions on this than I do. I don't know.
because it's very, I mean, you walk in there and it's an American, like you think it's just like it's not like a military base, but it felt like I was walking in the FBI. It was like, yeah, you could feel that because there's like security walking around 24/7. Like in every room, there's a security guard like on. It feels like if you do a gesture that's a little bit too large, it caught attention of some sort by the
Yeah.
security. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like if they're telling you not to use the word pussy, I think you should say a dirtier word. Maybe.
I knew asking comedians wasn't going to be productive or helpful.
Yeah.
Like the C word.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How did it feel when you left?
I was shaking. I don't know why. Yeah, it's so weird to like, and then like I brought my laptop because I was gonna show them some videos that they could put on their website because they're like, oh, can we put the Q&A? I'm like, yeah, sure. They're like, can we put some video footage? And so like one of the guys he was like, is your laptop in there? I'm like, yeah, also with my hard drive. So he was like, give me your backpack. I'll pretend it's my backpack.
Hmm.
Yeah, otherwise they're gonna backpack as well. Yeah.
They give them back?
Yeah, no, they do. They just don't want you inside there with your phone because I don't know, I guess for security reasons.
Photos, whatever.
It's because
Bomb.
of that movie The Dark Knight where what's his face brought in a phone and scanned the whole building. They probably saw that movie and were like,
Right.
scary.
Yeah, it's a trigger too. You know, you press the phone and the bomb goes off. You press
Oh,
the
right.
phone, not the
Or that.
bomb.
Yeah, that's possible.
How about putty?
What?
Wash your hands really well before you touch any putty. Putty.
Oh.
Oh,
Change the S to a T. Putty.
maybe. I was like, if you, or I could also just use that and then like if you want to like beep me out when I say it, because
Right.
when I say grab, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just sent you all a photo of me with a white dress because I'm doing a charity show and the only dress I can find is my prom dress.
Oh. Here, should I bring it up for everybody?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh,
No?
everybody see.
you could. I just
Just briefly.
Oh
There.
my God.
Woo!
What's wrong with it?
Wow.
Cute.
Oh
Yeah.
God. I just was gonna make a joke about it.
Hmm.
Because I'm doing a charity show for like a shoe recycling. It's like a famous like shoe recycling program. They ask people to donate money or old shoes, and they mail it to children in Africa. I don't know why that sounds wrong.
Well, it sounds like Christine really liked the dress.
Yeah.
I didn't hear a response from Constance. But
So do I. I thought it's lovely.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Constance smiled big time.
All my friends call the high school, and they're like, "Don't wear this." I'm like, "Don't." I'll make a joke out of it, and I need it.
Why did they want you
Yeah,
to
if you
wear?
can make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I haven't tried it out before. All right. Hello. Give yourselves a round of applause for supporting such a great cause. Yeah. In the spirit of recycling, I am wearing my prom dress from 12 years ago. Later tonight, I'm gonna bring it back to President Ma. It's his dress. That's it.
I'm gonna return it. Oh.
Yeah, he is very flamboyant. You guys, this BCBG dress costs $600, so I'm definitely gonna wear this to my wedding or my funeral. Just depends on which one happens first. I wore this dress today because I know a lot of the guys here in the audience have money. So if you propose tonight, I am ready. Okay. I'm going to move on to some jokes I'm working on.
Yeah.
I'm the only person in my family with a master's degree.
Ooh.
Everybody else has a PhD. I'm so happy that Will laughed. That's a person stuck in a car laugh. This week, as a matter of fact, this past weekend, I was hit by a car here in Taipei. You know, they say that when you have like a near-death experience, your whole life flashes in front of your eyes. In my experience, what flashes in front of your eyes is the car that hits you. So I was crossing the street and the car was making a right. And he claims that he couldn't see me because his car window frame blocked his vision. And I was like, oh my God, he thinks I'm thin. Which is like the nicest compliment I've received from a Taiwanese guy. So when the car hit me, I let out this scream like Mariah Carey got a bikini wax. I was like, hey! and I was just like so surprised by my range. Like normally I'm a tenor. Turns out I'm an operatic soprano, but only when I get run over by a car. So the car was an electric BMW, and I was like, oh, fucking hell, this guy's like fine with killing a person as long as it's environmentally friendly. And when the guy hit me, he like rushed out of his car. He was like freaking out. There's like sweat just pouring and dripping out of his face. And I started to feel bad for the guy because, you know, with that much moisture in an electric car, I went home, I told my mom, and the first thing she did was she immediately reached over to her phone and she started playing Candy Crush. I'm like, okay, hello, I just got hit by a car. And the first thing she says to me wasn't like, oh, are you okay? Are you hurt? Like the first thing she said was, what kind of vehicle was it? I'm like, a regular car. Oh, so a bicycle. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think back to it, I was totally run over by a Roomba. Meanwhile, I just thought like I still have the track tires just like printed across my shirt. Like she asked me everything except, are you okay? Like, are you injured? She was like, what color shoes was he wearing? Was there a 4 in the license plate? Is the car black? Was it a BMW? I'm like, yeah, and the logo's not printed on my ass. Why did he hit you? Because I don't have a fucking PhD. My mother has trouble communicating because she only has a PhD in linguistics. I'm like, hello, can you like show some concern? Like I almost died. She was like, fine, here's some ointment. I'm like, thank you. I'm just gonna apply it to my childhood. I'm like, you know, yeah, this is serious. I almost died. Why are you asking me these dumb questions? She was like, he could have been a great husband. Well, he did sweep me off my feet. And honestly, had I planned this shit out much better, I would have like broken my hymen, then like rolled under the car and be like, you break it, you buy it, bitch. Now I'd be engaged. I don't know. Maybe that's how all relationships should start. You know, wasn't meant to be. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try some American Institute jokes.
Sure.
Hello, it's so nice to be here. I'm so honored to be invited here to the American Institute of Taiwan, the fake U.S. Embassy. Welcome to How to Be Funny in both English and Chinese. If you don't laugh, you need to improve your English or Chinese. Or you just got to drink more. Of course, this is a government event. They've asked me to keep it clean, so I won't be doing any of my dirtier material. Good night, everybody. I wasn't invited to perform here because my material is dirty. I was invited to perform here because I make fun of the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. So if one day I go to China and I disappear, I am counting on you guys to give me amnesty. To make sure that you still come and look for me, I'm going to change my name to Jay Chow. That's like the Chinese singing diva. Okay. I think I'm at my time. I have more time. Okay, so speaking of porn. So I just started watching porn for the very first time in 2020. I know. My quarantine has been so productive. I realized I don't love it. You know, something's missing. Something's missing. There's like no chemistry between the 2 to 5 people. But I did come across this one clip and I was like, oh, Like, I can see why this is fun. Yeah, like I'm like getting into it. Like this guy, he's like smacking this Asian girl's ass. I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, you smacked that ass. Yeah. Oh, she deserves it. She's a bad girl. You know, she's a 6-year communication major. Like, she didn't get her PhD. You know, smack that ass. Smack some sense into her. She didn't give her parents grandsons. And then the guy starts telling her what to do of things that she is already doing, which is just so distracting to me. It like immediately killed my inner boner. The guy the guy's like, yeah, bitch, you sit on it. You gotta squat low. You know, you gotta get low on that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta like sit into it. And I'm like, she is doing that. She's doing that. Okay? She's already hovering over your dick. She's not gonna like suddenly veer off and sit right next to your dick like it's an open seat on the subway, which is so dated. Every subway seat is open.
Oh.
That's not the case here. The MRT seats are still very, very crowded. Then I saw the title of the porn. It wrote, "Submissive Asian woman gets mansplained." Oh, fucking terrible. Probably because it was free. I hear only paid porn gets to be kinky and progressive. For a long time, I didn't date Asian guys because Asian guys think I'm like way too opinionated. See, white guys think I'm like sassy and spunky, and Asian guys think I'm their mom.
Oh.
It's really tricky being an Asian girl in America because like if you speak up, people are like, oh, she's so pushy. And if you don't speak up, like, oh, she's so submissive. And if you do neither and just stay active, lesbian. I'm gonna end it there. Thanks, guys. I have one question for anyone who has like suggestions. I have trouble saying like the porn bit. I have trouble saying the guys and like suddenly the guy starts telling her to do things of that thing that she's already doing. How do you say that in a more straightforward way?
Have any thoughts?
Ask your mother. She has a PhD in linguistics.
Here's your tactic there.
Yeah, keep it in the way you said it, and then say you'll ask your mother. And
Yeah, sure.
You'll repair the relationship that way.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
asking her advice about something she knows about.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I can try that. But if anyone has any suggestions, it's just like I don't know how to say it more clearly.
Yeah, it sounded clear the way you were doing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really? Just like so many that's of which actually.
I think in your emotion of like that's what she's doing. I mean, that's what made it clear for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
doing it. I think if you can't think of another way to say it, I think the way you slowly said it worked.
Yeah.
You
The
know?
guy starts telling her to do things of which she's already
No,
doing.
that she's already doing, but
That she's already doing.
But it's too bland.
Yeah. The guy's just telling her to do things
Yeah, and
that she is already doing.
Does Facebook have any thoughts?
I think it's funnier.
Yeah.
I think it's funnier the other way when you get mixed up in parts of speech. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Guys telling her to do things that she's, done already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the Facebook chat may, if you wanted to try that, try looking in there, Esther. Which by the way, if Melanie Dalton is still watching, I sent you a link and you can come on again if you want. And if anybody I booked who's supposed to be here, you can click on the link that I sent you. But somebody watching on Facebook may answer.
Oh, this is streaming on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I look incredible.
Great.
It's very dim, mysterious light. You just look like you're in the passenger seat next to Will.
Yeah. What if I do this? Does it look like I'm giving a blowjob?
A little bit. But with like night vision because it's green.
Yeah. Well, good luck on the show. Good. I hope you do.
Yeah, I have no idea if people are gonna like it because like they're
Yeah.
transitioning from such a serious job
Oh
to
yeah.
something that's like, and there's no alcohol. I'm like, how are they gonna laugh? Oh, how are you gonna laugh without alcohol?
You
How are you
know,
gonna do a comedy show without, and like no one's warming up for you, no one's hosting for you, it's just
Right.
you.
about a year ago around this time, I was invited to see a play inside the Argentinian embassy. It was like a very random invite, and I was like, all right, this will seem like an adventure. I bet the play's not going to be that great, but it was actually like pretty provocative.
The Argentinians, it's different.
Yeah.
Promiscuous.
Ronnie, did you have something to say, or you?
Oh no, it's just provocative.
Oh, yeah. But I was wrong.
Tries to be provocative. That's his version of it.
Yeah, that's me.
I was wrong to assume since it was in an embassy, it was going to be tame, but it wasn't. It was good. But yeah, different cultures. But I don't know. Maybe they are ready to unwind at the end.
Also, I feel like all the embassies in America that I've been to have been like so chill. Because like I feel like if a terrorist would attack, they wouldn't just go to that one place. But the one in Taiwan is like, because like our like China-Taiwan relations is like really stringent at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, you see jet planes flying over, practicing every day.
Oh, right. There's probably a spy in there. There probably is already one in there. They just don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have all sorts of speculations about the new embassy. They're like, oh, there's 33 floors under here and they're building a nuclear weapon. Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
they're also scared that someone's gonna like maybe do something because currently they're importing US pork that's poisonous.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, don't eat pork, guys. I don't know what's in it. It's cray cray.
Wow. That's the inside scoop.
It's like a political move of some sort.
There was a protest for that recently, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, lots of them. Yeah, I don't know if you guys in the States are having a thing about U.S. pork.
I just thought that yours was.
Christina's a vegetarian, so she's good.
Oh.
Did you hear about like that they're using pork butt as a substitute for calamari?
Oh no.
Yeah, there was a whole thing about it. I forgot where I heard it.
Oh my God, is
They
that
roll
what
it up? They take the butt, they roll it up from the pig, and then they slice it like the calamari, and they put a couple of people through a taste test, and one person couldn't tell it all, and it always has like a little taste of shit.
Oh no.
Watch when you eat calamari.
But calamari is not much better. It's octopus body, right? So like it's still garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, Christine, I know that you're not an expert in this, and I know you're just retelling a story you heard, but I feel like if this is true, you only get one good calamari out of a pig butthole. But calamari, there's more of those than pig buttholes, right?
Well, you know, some people like to use, like some people like to use every part of the animal.
Okay. That's fair.
You know, I don't mind using every part of a carrot or every part of an apple, but and get me out. I mean, get me out of here. I mean, like, get me out of here.
Goody, are you vegetarian also, Constance?
Yeah.
Yay! I'm kind of vegan now, too.
I haven't gone that far.
Yeah, I know, but, it's tricky, but
yeah.
I know.
Right, because you feel better, or it's more moral, or what?
I've been vegetarian like 40-something years, like a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was because I read this yoga cookbook back in the early 70s, and it made so much sense to like, why do you eat the meat? Just go right to and eat the grain that the cow eats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I always, how much I love animals. I really love animals. So, and then it kind of everything tied into, I got into the spiritual practice in 72. I became a vegetarian around the same time. I did it slowly. And my father used to have a huge garden. You know what? There was no purpose to eat meat.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I have not a religious, but a spiritual practice that I do, and it's encourages vegetarianism. So, yeah. How about you?
Oh, I don't like meat. I don't like the idea, and
Yeah,
I don't like the taste. So, given all that, I don't even think about it.
yeah,
Plus, I think it's terrible for you, and if I thought it was good for me, I'd think I'd have to eat it,
right.
like medicine.
Yeah,
But
right.
to me, it's the other way around.
And
All
the
right,
animals,
maybe I'll think about it.
okay, good, Sean. I mean, the way they kill the animals too, it's so horrible. And
Yeah.
I have a house in Virginia Beach, and when I would drive down there, I'd pass Purdue and Tyson, and they have the chickens in these little tiny cages transporting them. I
Yeah.
always said a prayer for the chickens. Whenever I pass cages like with halal meat in it, I always say a little prayer for them. I say a little prayer for the animals every single morning.
Yeah.
Don't let animals
The
suffer in life.
my
Don't let
the
animals
last the
suffer.
last straw for me was I had to walk to Inwood. It was about a mile to get a bus to a job on a Sunday morning, and I had to pass a chicken slaughterhouse on the way, and that was it.
Oh,
I
it
mean that
stinks
was it.
too. Oh man.
We have a comment from Don Don who said Esther just had a steak. She went super quiet. Assumption, I guess.
And a state?
Had a steak because you went
Oh,
quiet.
no, I'm just still waking up.
Yeah.
Where is our Facebook page? Is it the
It's
On Facebook.
Facebook.com/Stoner Morning Show.
Stoner Morning Show?
So Esther, FYI, my son has a PhD in second language acquisition linguistics.
Is this the single?
Ew.
This is Georgie.
Oh, okay.
And Mike has a PhD in economics.
Oh.
And that's it. I only have master's degrees. So I relate.
It's called a very loose open mic. I love that.
Yeah. Well, we are done. If anybody has any closing thoughts, thanks for being here.
Thanks. It was really fun.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have a pillow you want to hold up? Are you working on a pillow right now, Christine?
No, I'm in the nope.
Oh.
But I can post my website again.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I
Christine
make
makes
these
pillows.
they're buckwheat flaxseed pillows. You can heat or freeze. Unique designs,
Mm-hmm.
etc., etc. Yeah.
And she's a possum feeder.
And squirrel feeder.
Squirrel, yeah.
I have the fattest squirrels. I live in Parkway Village in Queens, and I have the fattest squirrels because I have to drive through to the other end, and they're not as fat as mine. Love animals.
Put it on the brochure. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. And
Thanks.
Thank
Sean.
you, sweetie.
Nice to see everybody. Nice to see everybody.
Nice to see you.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.